Ah, yes. Salutations, my common folk, and welcome back to my glorious journey to the top. So, two things. I know, wonderful stuff, right? Uh, thing number one. What is that thing number one I was talking about? Oh yeah, I've been screwed on SV. So, one, I'm not leaving Cairo anytime soon. So that's the biggest issue, right? Because I want to complete the day. And hold on, let me readjust my headset. All right, we're good. I don't know if you heard it go or something like that, but it's whatever. I try to limit that as much as possible. But I'm screwed in terms of legs on that Proton SV that I found out because the one I'm currently using, Tekapa, right? He unfortunately already has 4 wheels, right? So if I go SV hanger, naturally, right? So SV hanger go, oh la di da, have a fun time. Ooh, everybody's all cheery and stuff. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna discuss this too. So this isn't done yet. It's a work in progress, but I figured you guys would get bored of seeing Tekapa over and over again, as usual. SV setup. Go to you. Where are you, Tekapa? You're in 1. No, you're in 7. Not 7. You're right. So, anytime I go to assemble, right? This is my basic understanding. Wow, I did not link a trip to this. Where? Whatever. I think I might have accidentally took it off. This is a tricycle. These are roller skates. Now, if you do the science, roller skates offer a lot more mobility than tricycles. If you catch my drift. And on top of that, that actually allows me to go side to side better. I don't know if it's going to restrict my side ability or something like that. Like I can strafe sideways. The tricycle doesn't make sense. And then it's on 3 wheels, right? So, already garbage. Not much to look forward to. Then I got this bad boy that I just happened to find in Cairo. You have to dispose of Tekapa. Troubling times when you try to hide your identity. I know, fun stuff, right? I'm gonna think of a name for this. You got any bright ideas? I mean, I'll name it, but at the same time, I gotta tweak it so it's not gonna be this exact same. So expect the name that not sort of fit the module or something I don't know. Where was I going with that? I'll go with the name, right? But you know how I have this paint job on here and you already have a set image of what Tekapa looks like? You're not gonna have a set image of whatever this thing's name is gonna be, because it's probably gonna end up being blue or green or something like that. And then you're gonna think, that no longer looks like a Mark, that looks like a Dave. If you catch my drift, right? And then on this one, right? Body, legs, I left that alone. And the only reason I left that alone, let me go back here. And go all the way back to actually show you. So the only reason I left that one in particular alone and just upgraded the weapons, and don't get your hopes up. For the weapons, I just heavied the hell out of it. So there's not much difference. Where am I going? I'm going to Edgeworks. Let's see. But I figured, might as well. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Maybe Cairo has a competitive edge against me or something like that. But customize, it'd be a nice change of pace to actually move for once. So, I'm looking forward to that. So the only reason why I left this alone, I didn't really bother with this because I wasn't overweight. So I was like, okay, I'm chill. And then for the body part, this is just, I got a little bit confused because this said, mouse time, everybody. Ooh, uh-oh, what's that appearing from the bottom of the screen? In mouse! Anyway, excitement aside, what in the world is socket hole? The more I heavy it out, the more it decreases, right? And the more I light it up, the more it increases, vice versa. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. That simple situation, right? Don't get me wrong, armor, real good, but I'm concerned about this. I don't want to go wasting funds and all that for that. You know, if you catch my drift. I mean, even though I have a bunch of money in the first place, right? I'm not trying to just spend it willy-nilly. I may be a rich man, but I'm a rich man with common sense. that is the gist behind that. Anywho, let's go ahead and test out our new recruit, shall we? And dear God, every video I upload of this is just getting hit with, and luckily it allows it to be used, but every video is just constant. Yo, you know this song they're having to play for 2 seconds? The band is still relevant. Yeah, it's copyright. What the hell? Rambling. No, I want to. Can I change it? Yes. Do this. And give me 1 second, real quick.
Why, hello, we're back in business.
I'm gonna use the little zwerg, zerg, turg, however you want to say it. I know it's zwerg. I'm gonna use that thing and, you know, see how it operates a bit, but it's probably not gonna go too hot. I'm just letting you know now. But you know, one can always dream. And my brother, when I dream of nothing but wealth and fortune. Isn't that the same thing? Do people say that though, when you think about it? No, I wanted to select this. I need to, ooh, you don't have a chip on you. Whatever. I'll hold on. Because I should be able to option mod or not. Really? That's wild. Covers certain repair costs. You know what's funny? I overlooked this. Like, I've been on this and I overlooked the mess out of this. How expensive is it without insurance? Whatever, just throw that on. And is this hanger 7? This is 7, so I already have insurance. I just switched the battery. I mean, does it really matter? It doesn't matter in the end, though. Like, it's still the same OC battery, so. Alright, well. Because I selected the right one, yes. Nope. Go back out. I'm currently on this one, yes? Yes, I am. It's on, it says link. Okie dokie. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? And I lowered the volume a little bit too. Just to see how things are. Tweak it. You know, every now and then I want to see the levels. Because I'm torn between, if I have it loud, right? I'm going to get hit with some copyright stuff. Which is, I pretty much made my peace with it, at least for Sly. But at the same time, it's... because the music in the arena, it never flags me for. And they'll get out full verses of the chorus. Oh my. I just got out here and this is what I'm greeted with. Wow. I mean, look at the mobility though. That makes no sense scientifically, but we'll roll with that. How you doing, bud? Ew, that's disgusting. At least Bava's still on. So it defaults to chip. That's nice. Unfortunately, Zwerg is a piece of garbage. Did I just hunker down? Like, okay, well, I'm dead. But Zwerg, I just noticed that whenever I activate both guns, it sort of like locks into place. I'm like a mounted minigun. I got killed by a person named Diab. Your parents clearly hated you, but that's besides the point. We'll ignore that. You know, I'm feeling generous today as a competitor in this arena of ours. Why is it showing me the remote of all things, Seth? Show me the one who drew my blood. I want a true warrior, not this coward. My last moments, I want to see him. Okay, I lost track of the wording there. My last moments, I want to see him strike his final blow. There we go. Give me the respect I deserve. Give me a warrior's death. I gotta reload. But I know I said this before. I don't know if I went into detail about it, but the only reason why I'm just stuck with the 3-reel right now on the Proton is because if I fly out of Cairo, I'm not gonna be able to clear this day. And if I don't clear this day, it's gonna irk me because then it's a moment of I could have cleared it when I had the chance, but then I just blatantly said, you know what, man? Let's just fly out of. Okay, now here's another question that confuses me. Now I think about it with the whole plane thing. Am I physically in Cairo? Cause I took a plane over. Like I paid a whole plane ticket and everything. Cause I feel like even though Scooby's such a big thing for these people here, nobody would be willing to pay to hop service like that. Which, in hindsight, in the lore, it might be a case of like in the lore itself, it'll say, "Oh yeah, what you're thinking of is exactly the case," where everybody goes, "No, I'm not paying the 3,500 buckaroos to go to Tokyo, and I barely broke 10K this match. I'm gonna be the number one here. Thank you very much." But that's crazy though. Like you think, like look, like a travel agent, they'll take you anywhere. Okay, so I'm just curious. This is me being curious, because now this is like food for thought in my head that I am now putting in your head for no reason other than I'm curious, right? Why have this as its own destination, right? Because fee and charges $0, because I'm already here. No point. It's like, dude, why are you trying to take a plane right there? But let's say if I want to go to Stuttgart, right? I have to take a plane over to go to Stuttgart. That's $1,200. Why do like it's like the way I see it, the different areas, yes, I can go to the ports and stuff, right? Whereas I go upload to the digital world and all that stuff, because I am in a digital world when it comes to Scoobies. But wow, my brain is having an aneurysm trying to figure this out. So I'm in a digital world when it comes to Scoobies, but when it comes to the physical location, I fly over to that destination. So that would mean my brain is like overcomplicating this when it's really just summed up as so each country, think about it like this, each area, each country, they have their own digital ports that you got to go to, that they have their own rules enforced and their own like servers that are protected. Because I think about it like this: if a hacker were to just, bamboozle a system and you have your own port, right? If a hacker shows up, it's Cairo's problem. It's not Stuttgart's problem or London's problem. It's purely a Cairo issue, which is pretty easy to find whoever is hacking your system. If you have exclusive ports to that country, along with the fact that it might be a small country, so he might have somebody knocking at his door pretty quick. It's like, hey, buddy, so you really tried, huh? Yeah, just go ahead and throw away the key. I know you got me. Alright, well, what do you know? Back to Tekapa. Ooh la la, I'm back to my boy. Honestly, I know it gets tiring seeing him, because I've been saying that in like Phantom Crash when I played the original, like when I played the first one, which in terms of like Scooby and stuff, that made more sense. Why the digital space for it? That's my question. But anywho, that nitpick aside, right? What was I thinking of? I just immediately lost what I was thinking of. That's funny. I just, okay, so what I was on a train of thought of, it was boom, boom, boom. Now, I'm gonna need something more than onomatopoeia sounds in order to classify what I was talking about, instead of going boom, 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 because boom, boom, boom don't help me zoom, zoom, zoom to the right part of my memory. What is it? Golly, dude. I was talking about the story. Story was weird. Cairo hacker that. Yeah. Oh, and I don't know. So don't quote me on this. Can I link? But you know that guy who stole data for GTA 6 and like leaked it? I know it's such an old topic, but it just amuses me. Predictably, he got in a lot of trouble. I don't know if it was fine or jail time. I'm pretty sure it was fine. But I know there's some cases where, like Nintendo, for example, Nintendo don't play when it comes to like their products, even though some of their products leaves more to be desired. Like the recent debacle with Pokemon and Power Word, for example, where now everybody. I've been playing Power Word a lot too, so that's his own thing. I wanted to capture some footage, but I'm playing Power World on Xbox Game Pass, and dear God, it's a laggy mess, but it'll suffice. Get me out of here before I get flagged for copyright. But the whole debacle between that is just essentially salty people and misinformation, because there's one person spreading a whole bunch of misinformation about Power World 2 on top of that, and then naturally, of course, people took some of the words that the Power World developer said, and it was like,
He clearly did that if he just hinted towards it.
but I'm not gonna draw any conclusions for that at all. Like, I'm just pretty much taking the approach of I'm waiting until all the facts come out, because realistically, if they did do something wrong, right? Because you gotta think, Power World's been in development for a while, and they just now got out of well, they just now got into the regular release game preview state, right? I don't want to say what type of testing it is, because I might get it wrong and then sound stupid in my whole argument. It was like, oh, it's alpha testing, beta testing. No, nothing like that. I don't know. Don't even quote me on it. But can you drop your shield, please? Please? No? Oh, somebody wants to be the hero. Who is it? I need to repair my chip. Baba's worse for wear. I look at it like this. Until they actually get sued, realistically, there's nothing they did wrong at the current moment. And then if anything, I value actual, like, what's the best way to put it? I value creativity above all else. Like, if you're being creative about it and you're trying to make a good game and have people enjoy it, that's fun. I have a light shotgun. What am I doing? But then you got some people who just quite frankly go, oh, well, oh my gosh, dude. Where? Really? All that just because you really?
And then the OC of all things.
I gotta go find some help. What was I thinking of? I forget. For somebody who talks about a lot of random topics, I forget it so fast. Power World, Power Dev. So I look at it like this: innocent until proven guilty. That you can sum it up as that. I'ma just reload it because I don't have the health and I don't know where the thing drops at. I can't be bothered to try and find it if I'm sitting there talking about a whole topic, because then my mind's gonna be split. And when it comes to surviving and discussing, I prefer to keep those topics separate. Thank you very much. But what am I thinking of? Yeah, the whole I believe in the case of innocent until proven guilty. Nowadays, everybody just goes the guilty route, where it's like, oh, he hinted towards, he clearly did it, man. I'm like, okay, no evidence, no nothing, just immediate trial. But Nintendo, now that I think about it, they did sue a guy into the dirt. I forget what the case was, but they sued a guy into the dirt, and he owes like 10 million or something. He was like a hacker or something like that. He exposed this group, and then Nintendo just used him as like a they used him as an example. Oh boy, did he regret doing that. They slapped him with like, okay, so again, this is a don't quote me on it thing. I know a lot of it because it's old facts that it's been in my head, then it dipped like ages ago, so I'm still trying to remember the proper facts for it. So if anything, I would recommend research it on your own if you are curious about it. But at the same time, I'm just gonna give you my own take on it. Where essentially Nintendo said, "Wow, you thought you could hack us? Okay, 10 million. What?" And then they gave him a fine that he's paying off for the rest of his life. So essentially, he's forever in debt to Nintendo. Mario owns him now. That is the gist. Where am I going? I wonder, whatever, no, because Sonic, what was that one Sonic game that came out? Was it Sonic Front? No. There's no way. Now I'm curious. Let me Google that while I do this. Because I'm thinking of Sonic Frontiers, where it's like Eggman had the digital daughter. Sonic. Sonic has not been. I mean, Sonic Frontiers sort of changed it around for him. But other than that, it's like the issue with Sonic, when you think about it, because you know back in the past, Mario and Sonic used to have such a good competition. Like you had the tennis competition and stuff, or soccer, all that stuff, or Mario and Sonic in the Olympics. You know, they had a good. I'm on this idiot. Golly, dude. Well, how about that? No, reload. Oh, actually, hold up. Variety. In the name of variety, we can do it. Back in the past, there was a lot of stuff to do. Nowadays, it's like, okay, what do we do? Because we're running out of ideas to... Okay, well, there's this one here. What's the best way to put it? We're running out of creative ways to make a hedgehog who runs fast, who has a guy named Dr. Eggman as his arch enemy, or his nemesis, sound appealing, right? Because there's the Sonic TV series too. I forget what it's called, but there's a recent one that's been like, you know how you see the like jokes about not the jokes, the memes and stuff out and about where, you know, Knuckles, you're a lot smarter than I give you credit for. Meow. You know, that stupid stuff. Mm-hmm. Just for that alone, I want to watch it, but I just can't find the time for it. And it's like, I don't want to get like half a season in, and then get disappointed. Oh. But at the same time, it's on my list basically. It's on my list for when I have a lot of free time. You know what I mean? But if I just have a little bit of free time, I don't want to take the risk of disappointment. That is the gist. Which is strange because I watch One Piece no problem. Like when I got into One Piece, I'm like, oh yeah, man, and Straw Hat Luffy, Straw Hat. Yeah. I'm going crazy. No, that's your hanger. It's one of those, but I did get into One Piece when I was in high school. So, you know, it was just a natural progression where I started building, and then I found something that I really liked, which was One Piece, right? And it's just the main reason that I like it, that you can sum it up as, if the show's good, which to me it is up until it was post time skip. And post time skip was still good regardless, because everybody was hyped for Gear 4 and stuff, right? It was just the issue of what am I looking for? What word? Besides pacing. I caught up to the series when I got in the post time skip, and that was when I was waiting week after week for Gear 4. And then they're like, oh, we're going to take a break this week. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm like, dude, at this point, I'm not feeling it anymore. You don't lost the hype. I mean, don't get me wrong. Gear 4, once you finally saw it, yes! But when you're waiting for it, it's like, it was torture. And then only to have constantly the pacing get in the way, where you're so afraid that, oh, mouse. My mouse happened to pop up. Like pre-time skip, don't get me wrong, it started getting more and more like flashbacks and stuff the closer it got towards the Saboti incident, stuff like that, right? And that's all I can say on that for anybody else who hasn't watched it. Just know that stuff goes down. That's about it. And like always, our boy figures a way out. But he figures it out. Don't worry. What am I thinking of? Like, for example, right? When you see, I'm getting so sidetracked right now. When you see in Wano, where, and I can say this because it's not spoiling anything. Luffy fights a giant in Wano, right? It keeps flashing back to, this is just like the time we fought Oars. Oh my god, we fought a giant. I know, it's so much easier right now. And then it'll break into like a 5-6 minute flashback of like, oh, a whole scene of it was like, oh, everybody worked together. I'm like, dude, I'm 900 episodes in. Don't you think I'm good on the flashbacks right about now? Which I know why they do it, but still, it's like, come on. Really? I just got in here. Can you calm down? Get out of here. And then you're just gonna dine and dash like you own the Really? But that's why I turned the volume down. So it's like, well, I turned the game volume down because I'm gonna be shouting. I got a lot of energy right now. I don't know if it's much of a difference, but it's just, you know, a little bit more. Yeah, you'll be. My voice is the main focus today, not the beautiful melody. But so I was on that topic, right? Talking about pacing and shows and stuff like that. Like, if somebody tells me to try out a show, I'm gonna try it out when I have a lot of time. When I don't have a lot of time, I prefer watching things I want to watch, which is understandable, at least in my point of view. I don't know about anybody else's, but it's like, if they tell me to try something out and I don't have a lot of time, at best you're getting like one episode a week. But if I have a lot of time, I go, yeah, man, I watched like half the season. That wasn't it. That's not for me. I don't know what you got, but I don't like it. I just got in here and I immediately had to go back. The life of a Cairo resident. The fact that I have to live here now, such a shame. Honestly, if it wasn't for the pesky reporter documenting everything I do. Let's see. Cause we can work something out. We can bungle something up. I want to actually get one good one before I just end it. SV100, and I keep I need to go back and save it. Like, after a certain point, when you watch so much One Piece, right? Don't get me wrong, you like watching it. Like, for shows that are as long as One Piece and stuff, but when they start dragging on and trying to use the past, like, oh, remember this moment and all this, as to keep you, and you're like, okay, it's either I'm gonna go to the source material itself that you're pulling from, because I like what you're doing, but I feel like the source material will do me justice because it'll get straight to the point. Or, right? So, wow, I just lost it again. It's either you go to the source material because you're tired of them trying to do flashbacks constantly, or you just drop it all together because you're like, hey, I'ma just wait until it finishes, which you don't want to do that with One Piece. You might as well just go ahead and start watching. Put it this way, Gear 5th was the worst kept secret in history. Don't even get me started with Lobotomy Kaisen. Everybody else has their own issue with that. And then, who was it that did that stupid thing with Gojo? With the whole "it's Gojo over," guys. And yes, I know about the Gojo figurine incident as well. If you want to traumatize yourself and be disgusted with, you know, humanity in general, I suggest you look it up. which you're gonna do because I brought it up. So go ahead, do it, come back, and then I'll just sit here in silence for a couple seconds to say I told you so. You thought I was playing, did you? I really sat here for a couple of seconds, awkwardly, just waiting. Just, casually going, Well, I wonder what I should say when they come back. Because I wonder if they actually paused it or just continue playing and see if I follow through. I follow through on my word. I'm a man of my word. You can believe it. But, yeah, so how was your trip? How was it returning back? Do you feel like you hate humanity just a little bit more? I know I do. At least I'm on Tekapa again. Alright, well, that's enough of me getting sidetracked. It's time for me to go to battle. I'm a warrior. Show them what I can do. Show them my might. Show them they will never fail me again. Go, Tekapa! Show them all! I really need to change this paint job. I don't know. I'm just getting sort of tired of seeing the skeleton frame. It's cool, but, after a while, the novelty sort of wears off, don't you think? Where you're just like, it's there. It's one of those, like, you own a Mustang, right? Or, like, an expensive car. I'm just saying Mustang because, like, that's the first thing that came to mind in terms of, like, cool-looking cars. Well, not... Yeah, cool looking cars, not cards. Jesus, dude. Really? I show up here for 1 second, and you guys just can't control yourself. But that's the thing that comes up in terms of cool looking cars, right? Where it's like, oh, Mustang, Lamborghini, Bugatti, as a certain someone would put it. A Bugatti there, a Bugatti here. Why you say it like that? All the clips I see him is just Bugatti, mate. Bugatti. Really? Can you drop your shield? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh no, bro. I should. You know what I should do? I should make a Scooby completely green. Just call it Muscle Man, and I should just make it melee. I honestly should, now that I think about it, I should do that. I don't know. It's your opinion. I mean, I got the funding for it. I got the funding for like a couple stupid things. If anything, if I do run out, I can always just turn it back on. Although I have to like relearn that because I sort of forgot once I turned it on and turned it off. It's like, all right, I got my money. I'm out of here. Then I didn't bother dedicating it to memory after that. Really? Really? Tiberio! Get out of my sight. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Say, hey there, little buddy. Why do you want to die so badly? Do you honestly think I should do that though? I mean, now I'm entertaining the idea. Like, what if I just make Scooby's based on a certain character's aesthetic? Like, what if I just I call this one my mom? You know, stuff like that. Like, just at the characters. Like, in terms of what you would envision that character having a Scooby as, and then try and see how well that would function. How high their ranking would go if they themselves were to make a Scooby in that image. And Muscle Man, since he likes to, you know, he has super strength, he likes to fight, I would just put some gauntlets on and call it a day. Gauntlets, green, and then anytime I put on a shotgun module, right, like the little light 99 shotgun, I had to intentionally miss, like that one episode where they were getting all like murdered by that wizard and he's just freaking out, just shooting everywhere. Nothing like that. Like, I have to commit to the character bit, you know. And then I would have like what's it called? Like, for example, if I wanted to do Saitama, somebody like that, I would have to all in and defense and attack. Like, it doesn't even matter if I can move. Just I sit there and wait for my opponent to come up to me so I can one punch them, and they can do nothing to me. Come on, try and kill me. Which I know doesn't. I'm dead. I know doesn't really scream Saitama if he can't move, but hey, you gotta make some sacrifices in order to. Yeah, you got. What's the saying? You gotta get through a little bit of rain before you can see the sun. I know there's some other saying about diamonds. Like you gotta, you need pressure to make diamonds, but something else that was something that sounded different. I don't know, dude. Anywho, I did my best. I gave you entertainment. But besides that, what am I thinking of? I do actually have something to take care of later on that I need to start getting ready for. And that was what I did for the cut because I don't like leaving it. Like I don't like coming back the next day because then I lose the plot after that point basically. I was like, what was I doing? But this is later on in the day. I ended up doing the cut in the first place because I had a call and then now I gotta deal with that and that's always fun. But anywho, as always, though, I'll come back stronger than before, and hopefully unhindered as well. I find it amazing because it's like you ever notice like anytime you have a day off, is the second that apparently everybody else knows, and they go, you know what, I need your undivided attention now. Why wasn't this a problem on one of my work days? On the days I'm actually geared towards looking for work, you know, not on a day where I'm like, I go to sleep, I wake up and I'm relaxed, and then oh my god. At least it's like it's something casual, so it's nothing too not that way. It's nothing too burdensome. I was about to say bothersome. Not too much of an issue, but it's a process, you know. It is what it is, I guess you could say. Anywho, as always, I hope you folks enjoyed. I should catch you guys in the next one, and I hope you folks have a pleasant day. I shall finish the rest of my day and go back into work tomorrow. I know. Fun. Woo! I'll see you later.